friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. Today is a really cool day because I just got my bargain bead box in the mail and like literally just came in today. And I was actually just going to take it easy tonight. My husband met up with some of the guy friends and they're watching the U of M game somewhere and having some dinner and a beer. And I'm like, oh, I got the whole house to myself. I'm just going to sit back and watch a movie. And well, I'm going to do this now and then I'll do the movie after. So really excited. So let's go take a look at it because I have a feeling it's going to be really, really pretty. So I'll be right back. Okay, my friends. So bargain bead box for September. It's called Sweater Weather. It's beginning to feel like fall and we're so ready. This palette of cozy autumnal tones includes rich browns, dark red, navy blue, gray, and bronze. Gemstones include petrified wood, mahogany obsidian, agate, and bronzite, along with crystal, glass, and metal accents. We love the patterned wood pendants and glass bead mix too. Awesome. All right, so there is 22 items in this box. It has a retail value of $94.78, and we're going to go through it and see everything that we got. Just by the description and the color of the bag, I'm like, this is fall. This is definitely fall. So I'm going to go ahead and sort these out because I do like to go by the order to make sure I'm not missing anything because accidents happen. It's not a big deal. And if you are, guess what? Their customer service is amazing. So anyway, okay, friends, I got my cutters, I got my little box, I got a couple trays, and we are ready to go. So unfortunately, I can't find my glasses. I'm not sure where I took them off, but they're here somewhere, but not in here. So I'm going to do my best. So number one is 8mm petrified wood matte round beads, 15 inches. I don't know about you guys, but I love petrified wood. I think it's so pretty. Look at these colors in here. This is really so woodsy and warm. It does remind me of like sweater weather. It's beautiful. That is a really nice strand. And it's a big strand too. So we're going to open that up and we're going to put it in our tray. And we're just going to get them right in here. I'm super excited about this color palette. Really, really, really excited about it. I like this time of year. Well, I love browns anyway, but this time of year, I feel like I crave these colors. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because it is so warm, such warm colors, and they just feel so super inviting that I'm always ready for it. When it's time, I am ready. I'm like, let's do this. Let's do some fall. There we go. They fit into two really nice. And then number two is 2 pieces, approximately 30mm mahogany obsidian wavy flat round focal beads. So let's check these out. These are gorgeous. So yeah, they're drilled all the way through. And they do have this really cool waviness to them. And they're both very different. Like I have one that has more of the mahogany and one that has a little more black in it. So they're both very different. You could use these as focals. You could use these just as beads and part of your design. It would make a really wonderful bracelet focal even. I mean, just beautiful. So we got 2 of those. Oh, and they do fit in my little container. Good deal. I didn't know. I was a little concerned. Okay, next we have number 3, and these are 4mm mahogany obsidian round beads, and you get a 15-inch strand of these as well. And of course, mahogany obsidian is beautiful. Look at that. All those rich reddish browns and blacks, just so pretty. And you can team these up. If these dark colors are not your jam, you can team these up with some bright colors and it would really it just kind of like opens it up a little bit more, I guess, is what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but let me just show you real quick as soon as I get these off here. So what I'm going to do is I have some random blues and greens seed bead mix sitting next to me because I was working on something the other day, and I just want to show you real quick what I'm talking about. I'm going to keep a few on the plate here, and I'm going to take a few of the seed bead mix that I have, and we're going to just put them on here, and we're just going to kind of pile them together. And this is what I mean. So you could take those deep, dark tones and splash them with some lighter, brighter colors, some fresher colors, and you can really make it different. So that's what I mean when I say you can change up the look of this. It also will look great with red or brown or even certain yellows. Like I can see it with like a lighter mustard yellow. It would be really, really pretty. So, yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with these. So if the browns and darker colors like this aren't really your thing, grab some of your lighter colors and see what works with it for you. The next thing we have are 6mm brown agate round beads, and these are dyed. These are done so well. They almost look like pictured jasper, don't they? I mean, really pretty. And I like that they're teaming up this lighter, earthier, like almost like a sand color with this. I think it looks really, really pretty with all these really dark, rich tones. So this was a really good choice on Bargain Bead Box's part. Oh, so I think I started saying something earlier. Bargain Bead Box is a subscription. It's a monthly subscription. It costs roughly $23 and it gets sent right to your home. You don't pay additional money for shipping. And it always is anywhere between, I think the lowest I've ever seen was maybe like around $80 or something like that, or 80 some dollars, but it's always up higher than that. And it's curated every month. So from month to month, you don't know what it's going to be until it lands in your lap. Along with that wonderful monthly gift, you get a coupon code that is only for you. And it is 30% off everything in the store all month long. So you can use that same code the entire month. You can use it once, you can use it 50 times. It's up to you, but it's your code. You can use it. So now this is 12 pieces, 10mm bronzite matte round beads. So this is really nice. This is a really beautiful surprise. So bronzite is a really, really nice stone. I have some in my collection as well. I've recently started getting it and really falling in love with it because it's so different. Like you're getting like little flecks of like almost like a bronze or a gold in it. But very pretty bead. And it goes with so much. Very pretty gemstone. Next is 6 pieces, 24 by 25mm glass flower beads in navy blue. Let's take a look at these. I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, wow. You guys, check these out. These are beautiful. Hold on, I'm going to use these as a button. Look at those. Or there's several things you could do with these. So they're drilled in the center. So you can use them as a button for like a button closure. Or let me grab some bead stringing wire real quick here. I've got a little chunk on here. Let me show you real quick. You can put your bead stringing wire through the middle. Goodness gracious, come on. Like so. And you can make them into like an earring. Like if you wanted a bead up on the bead stringing wire. Or you can even put like a bead in the middle here, run another one through this way and do it like a connector. That would be really cool too. So lots of great things you could do with these. And that navy blue is really surprising. It's really, really gorgeous. So let's just take a look at it again. These are very pretty. These are a really good find. Lauren, you did good with these flower beads. These are beautiful. And they're all very different from each other. Like some of them have a little more gold on them than the others. Really, really cool. Absolutely love them. So next we have number 7, which is 10 pieces, 10.5 millimeters, glass flower beads in navy blue. So we have some more flower beads. Let's see what these look like. Oh, these are different. Okay, so these are like a bellflower type bead, but they're squared off. Let's look at that real quick. I wanted to see what that looks like. So let me grab a head pin or something, or an eye pin. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. And we're just gonna do like one of these, and let's just grab one of these beads. That is kind of cool. Check that out. I have never seen anything like that where it's squared off. That is so cool. What does it look like with the bigger one? Well, that is just really, really neat. So even if we were to do, like, let's say, grab one of these and we wanted to do like a dangle or something. These are cute. These are really adorable. I wonder how they look together. These are really cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I have never seen anything like that. That's another really good find. And you're getting that really beautiful navy blue again. Very, very pretty. There are some really unique finds in this box, you guys. I'm really amazed by the uniqueness of the beads that we are getting this month. And I love unique beads, you guys. I strive to find the things that I think other people might shy away from. All right, so 8 by 6 millimeter glass barrel spacers in dark coral red. This is on a 7-inch strand. Okay, yeah, we needed this color. Look at that. Look at this with that. I mean, beautiful, right? We really, truly needed that color. That is gorgeous. And I like these barrel beads anyway. These are really cool. Oh, woo! Let's go ahead and get these in here. So pretty. All right. Look at that punch of color. That is awesome. All right, so next we have number 9, which is 4 millimeter crystal faceted bicone beads in opaque gray. Nice, so we're getting some gray in here as well. And you need some little 4 millimeter beads. Look at these. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of bicones, but these are kind of like little squatty bicones, so I don't mind them so much. And I love the opaque with the facets. I think it's beautiful. So we're gonna just try to leave these on the strand and maybe just do like a little swirl here. There we go. Perfect. Next we have number 10 is 8 millimeter crystal faceted fancy cube beads in light steel blue. And these are on a 7-inch strand. Oh, wow. Check out this sparkle. Holy moly, you guys. Look at this. And that is a very, very light blue. Wow. I like the cubes. That's really cool. I'm really liking the cubes. You're getting a different shape. I like it. And these are a very super pale blue. And I feel like it's going to be very welcomed in this box that has a bunch of deeper tones in it. So if you're wanting to add a little extra sparkle and lightness to your design, these are going to be the ones for you, guys. These are going to definitely be the ones for you. There we go. Next is number 11, and we have some more crystal beads. We have 6x4 crystal faceted rondelle beads in matte steel blue. Well, let's take a peek at these. Oh, wow, these are pretty. Look at the AB on there, you guys. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Maybe now you can see it in my hand. But there's some AB on there, and the matte finish with the AB is really, really nice. And I think we might be able to leave this one on the strand. It's on one of those pokey metal ones anyway, so maybe we can just kind of do like one of these numbers. Kind of squish it in there. There we go. All right, so now we're getting into some other stuff here. We have number 12. Okay, so these are the ones that they were talking about in the paper. So 2-piece patterned wood pendants with brass chain accent. All right, let's take a look at these. I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh. This is really cool. Okay, I am loving these. They are printed on front and back. These are going to make the lightest, most beautiful earrings, and easy earrings too, guys, because like you could just really put them on an ear wire and walk away. But if you wanted to, you could definitely hang a dangle here in the middle. There's even like a little jump ring here. The jump rings are a little weird, so I'd probably be careful of that and make sure that they're going to actually close, because they're like overlapping jump rings. I would honestly probably remove them and put my own on, but these are really cool. These are super bohemian, and I am here for it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back in the bag, because they're not going to fit in my tray. So I'm going to put the larger items back in their bags and put it back in their little burgundy red bag that they all came in, and keep it with my box. So there's that. And then we're going to go to number 13, which is this glass bead mix in Autumn Hearth. And you get 20 grams. So this is what 20 grams looks like. And I'm going to actually dump it in a little dish so we can take a look at it. Oh, this is fun. Okay, this is going to be super fun. So you have some like little triangular shaped beads, some like cylinder beads, some little bicones, some little rounds. Look at all these beautiful colors in here. There's a lot of gorgeousness going on in this mix, and I am totally here for this mix. Like, this deserves to be on a strand by itself. Just this mix, exactly the way it is. Is that a little drop? Oh no, it's just a little oval or rice bead. But I love this. I want to get more of this mix. This is so cool. Okay, all right, awesome. I love this mix. I'm trying to debate if I want to put it back in the bag. Yeah, maybe we will. Let's put that back in the bag. I think it'll just be easier to get out. Actually, I do really want it in the box, but let's put it here because I think it might need 2 sections. Oops, I just lost one. Where'd you go? Are you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, found it. I feel like I need a bead funnel. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then number 14, it looks like we're getting into some metal components. This one is 10 pieces, 33 millimeter filigree flower components in antique bronze. Oh, these are nice. Super lightweight too. Oh, I like these. Here, let me lay them down here. And I'm just gonna pick one up. These are really, really pretty. You know, there's things that you can do with filigree. Like if you don't want to use it like this, you can fold it, like bend it and fold it and use it as like part, like a bail. I could probably do one at one time, at some time for a big stone or whatever, but it ends up making like a really pretty, like, I don't know, like super ornate bail. I'll have to do one just so you guys can see it. But yeah, really, really cool. There's a lot of things you can do with filigree. Like you can take some patina paint and put the colors on there, and it'll just be gorgeous. And of course, these will not fit in my tray. That's okay. And I know there's trays that you can remove the inserts. I just don't prefer those as much as I like these. I still keep everything close together and in the bag with it when I store it. All right, so number 15 is 4 pieces, 48 millimeter filigree flower components in antique bronze. So we're getting some more flower components here. There we go. They were kind of like stuck together. So again, some really beautiful lightweight filigree components. Very pretty. Again, you can do so many things with these. You can also just link them all together and just make a really big, beautiful necklace with these and then beads in between for like links. That would look really, really cool too. So we have some of those. You guys, I usually have an idea of what I want to work with at this point, but there's so many things that I want to work with that I don't know where I want to start. So it could be a little bit of an issue. All right, next we have 10 pieces, 10 millimeter glass patterned matte round beads in slate blue iris. Let's take a peek at this. Oh, okay, they've had these before, and I've gotten them in other colors. They have that really beautiful, like, painted on pattern around the sides, and this is in that really beautiful blue that we're seeing a lot in here, and this matches like the filigree, so you're getting that same ornate look, and I think it's really cool that they included something like this in this box. This is going to be a really fun box, you guys. I kind of feel like it's going to be hard for me to not want to make everything at once. All right. Next we have number 17, which is 6 pieces of 23 by 19 millimeter floral chandelier findings in antique bronze. Oh, these are adorable. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, they are one-sided, so it does matter how you put them on, but they have the 1 link at the top and the 3 at the bottom there. These are really, really adorable. I love flowers anyway, you guys, but these would make some really cute drop earrings. Especially, ooh, like if you took some of these like super sparkly ones and like these, oh my gosh, that would be so pretty. But these are super cute, and they will fit in our box. So let's put them here. Okay, number 18, we have 10 pieces, 24 by 18 floral medallion links in antique bronze. Oh, these are cute. We've had these, I think, in silver before. I always like these little links like this. These are really fun. You can even do earrings with these too. Or like I said before, like making a linked necklace. You could do a bead, like some beads in between each one and add these in. That's a lot of fun. That's a really fun look. Especially, you know, I don't know, I like a lot of metal in my jewelry when it comes to like some fall pieces. I think it just looks like it should be a fall piece when it has like a lot of really beautiful filigree and stuff like that in it. So we have those. Those are cute. So super cute. And then next we have number 19, which is 50 pieces, 6.5 by 5 daisy spacers and antique bronze. So daisy spacers are like a staple, right? I mean, you got to have them. I go through a lot of daisy spacers every now and then. Like, I won't use any for a long time, and then all of a sudden I'm using them in every design and I'm out of them. So it's one of those things. It's like I almost forget that I even have them, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I have daisy spacers. So we're just going to add those back into the bag because it'll be easier for me to get out. And we're just going to put them right here. Okay, and then number 20 is 10 grams of dotted 8-point bead cap in antique bronze. So we get some bead caps. Oh, and there's quite a few. And I like this kind of pattern where it's like not the most simple pattern, but not also over the top. And it's more of like almost not as rounded as some of them. So let's try one on something real quick. How about we put it on, we'll just show you, I'll show you on a few. So here is, it's on a 10 millimeter. So that's what it looks like on a 10 millimeter. Looks good. And I think it'll fit on like this 8 millimeter will look good too. Yeah, see, it does come over the edge a little bit more. So I think with 8 millimeter, I probably wouldn't want to use it on an 8 millimeter bead, just because like I like certain, like my bead caps to look a certain way. But that doesn't mean if you like the way it looks, then you know, do it. But I think it looks especially cute on a bead like this. That's cute. All right, good deal. Can always use those, that's for sure. And we're just going to put those right in here. Okay, we've got 2 bags left. So we have number 21 is 2 sets of ornate pattern toggle clasps. So let's take a look at these. Oh, these are cute. They have that little like pattern. Those are fun. I really like those. And I was just looking at toggles today, guys, because I'm like, oh, I'm getting kind of low on toggles and lobster clasps. And then I'm like, I need to bulk up on some of these things. So those are really cute. And then our very last item is 7 by 3.5 and 4 by 3 millimeter Figaro jewelry chain in antique bronze. Oh, so this is nice. Okay, I like the Figaro chain. It gives you really a lot of different like options on what you can do with them. The Figaro chain has larger links and smaller links. A lot of people call it mother and son because you have the bigger links and then the smaller ones. But really nice chain. I love this color. All right, guys, there it is. There's our bargain bead box for September. It is all over my desk, and we are going to make something. And, you know, I keep thinking, like, I can't stop thinking about, like, making, like, a linked necklace. And I think what I want to do is I want to take one of these or some of these, and I want to kind of, like, try to link these together. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. So I can do this in a few different ways. I think if I use my beading wire, like beading string, I could definitely do that. But these are so cool. I almost kind of want to save them for buttons, but we don't need all of them for buttons, do we? I mean, I think we could get away with doing it in a different way. So I think we're going to try something with that. So let's get those out. Let me empty that real quick. All right, I'm just going to put some stuff like on my little tray here. So if we have these and we have these, actually, do I want to, maybe I want to do these links. Maybe we'll do a few of those and a few of these. Save some of these. And then I'm trying to think if I want to do like one of these big ones or not. So if we did that, trying to decide. And I think I almost kind of want to bring these in, but also bring in these. So I'm just gonna put some of these guys in here. Beautiful. And then maybe even, I'm wondering if I need like a more of a neutral in here with this. So I'm debating on doing the petrified wood or if I want to do the bronzite with it. So I don't think either way I could go wrong. But I feel like I have more color options if I do these. So these I might team up with this red because that red is like beautiful. So let's just throw some of these on here. And I'm going to see like how I want to do this. And we're going to work through some stuff together. And I don't know if this necessarily needs a pendant because it's going to be one of those like long ones that you can just like whip over your head real quick and, you know, run out the door with your nice warm fuzzy sweater on to go pick apples. You see how I romanticize fall, you guys? My husband laughs because I make sure that I get dressed up all cute fall before I go pick apples because it's an experience, right? For me, it's an experience. And I just really need to have that experience. He thinks I'm silly. All right. So there's that. I'm going to clean this up and then I will be right back and I'm going to have a bead mat down and some other things that we can use. Okay, my beautiful bead friends. So I am back and I pulled everything that we needed together and we have everything now. I just want to make sure my filigree is going to be like on the right side. There is like a right, not a right and wrong, but if you're looking at filigree, like you can see where it's like almost like little ditches and then it's raised on the other side. You kind of want the raised side to be up, but if it flips around, it's not that big of a deal. So got a few things out here. So I grabbed, and I don't know if these crimp beads are going to work for me. We'll see. But I do have some antique brass color soft flex medium. These are 0.48 millimeter diameter. So I think that's going to work for us. I'm going to go ahead and cut this open. I pulled out the daisy spacers too, in case we need those. So I grabbed those as well. And I'm just kind of trying to debate how exactly I want this to kind of work out. All right, so we have a few of those out. Let me see like how much of this I would need. So what I'm trying to do, so like here, this would be like a link, right? And we're going to use our bead stringing wire to make our link. I think what we'd want to do is I think we'd want to put our crimp bead on. See if this one's going to be, and then we want to do like this, kind of like we're ending a necklace or a bracelet. So like that, and then string on some beads and put the loop through the next thing that we want to do. So just keep going like that. We're going to give that a try. If that doesn't work out, I will pause it. I will take it all apart and we will try something totally different. So let's go ahead and give this a shot real quick. I'm going to find my regular crimping pliers because the magical crimpers don't work really well on the crimp beads, but I'm really confident in my crimps. with my regular pliers as well. So I think that they'll be okay. So now the only thing I am trying to do here is to not cross my wires. And with the crimp beads, I like to use the middle notch of my crimping. It just seems to hold a little bit better. And then use the first notch to finish off my crimp. And then I have a nice little crimp, and it just blends in with my wire. So no worries there. So now we're going to just try to figure out here what we're going to need. So if we're going to put on like a really pretty little, one of these little beads, I was thinking this, I was thinking one of these, this, but I don't know if that'll be too heavy. So what I'm thinking is using some of these big ones by themselves. Like so. Hooking it to the next item. Or maybe we do like that. But we're going to want to make sure that we have enough to come back through this bead and back around. So if I cut it here, let me just measure this and then add like an inch and see what I would need to actually really kind of cut these at. So if I start there, so this is, I'm going to say that we'd probably want to cut it at about 4 inches no matter how we're using it. So I'm going to do that. So if we already have, like, let's say we have a 1/2 inch there, and we're going to cut it right here. We're going to make it a 4-inch piece. So this would actually be 4.5 because I already have it crimped. So let's do that. No, it'd be 3.5. Let's just back down a little bit and do 4. There we go. This is testing, right? And some of these might be different because some of these you're not going through like an entire big bead like that. You're going through just the actual like little beads. So it may be different. So let's get a good pattern going. And then once I get that going and I think it's working, then we can move on from there and I can pause it and do a few without you guys and then come back and do more. So there we go. This is where not having my glasses is going to kill me, finding the holes on these beads. All right. So like that. And then we're going to want to put our crimp on here. Whoopsie, where'd you go? Put our crimp on here. Let's put our stringy wire through our glass flower. Put that through our crimp. And probably this little mahogany obsidian. Kind of shove it in there. Yeah, it looks like 4 inches is going to be fine no matter what we do. And I'll save my little pieces that, you know, because sometimes you just need like a little piece to make a crimp work. So I'll save all my little pieces. Okay, so like this, but just a little bit tighter. So I want to bring that down just a little bit more and bring that down just a little bit. I still want it to have some room to maneuver. So it's kind of going to look like this. And I think that might look really, really cool. So I think this is where we're going to go with it. All right, just adjusting to make sure it's going to sit right. And then I'm going to sneak in here very, very carefully to my second notch. Now this isn't going to be the quickest way for us to make something, but I think it's going to give us another way to make something creative. There we go. So now we have that crimped on. All right, perfect. The one thing I did not test is to see if 2 strands will fit through the center of that flower. All right, so we got that. That looks good. All right, and now I'm sure it will. So I'm gonna actually get my little, so the video that I posted the other day for the 4 pairs of earrings, you guys, I really only had a few of those sets left of the findings, and they sold so fast. I am so sorry. I didn't think that they would sell that fast. And I just went all over the internet trying to find more. And yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm so sorry. But you know what? I will look for something similar, and then we'll come back and make another pair of earrings like that. And I'll get those up there. But when I do it, I will look for many, many more of them, okay? I'm so sorry. I honestly did not think they were going to, like, go that fast. I don't know. Like, I guess I didn't think anybody else would find them as cute as I found them. All right, so I apologize. I was just trying to, get rid of a few things, and I had extras of, and I wish I had more for you. I mean, I held on to them for like almost 2 years because I was so bummed out because I bought them thinking that they were clasps, and I didn't read. You know how when you just see a picture and you're like, oh, those are cute. It looks like a clasp. And then you put it in your cart and you buy it and you don't even like pay any attention to it. And then when you get it home, you're like, oh, well, that's disappointing. It's not even a clasp. So honestly, they sat there in like a little disappointments box for like ever. Because I was just so disappointed in them. But I mean, they are cute. They are super cute. They weren't what I thought I was getting. All right, so putting this one on, and it does fit, which is really cool. I'm glad. So it's gonna just go like this. All right, but we do want to make sure that's down there far enough. Using these little crimp beads are kind of a pain, but they match so well. And because I need to use so many, I hate to use my super duper expensive ones on, on something that needs so many crimps. So I'm just using these. And as long as you get a good crimp on it, you should be fine. And each one of them is not holding a ton of weight. They're holding very little. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal either way. So there we go. Oh yeah, this is going to be super cute. It's going to hang kind of like different, but I think that's going to be what's going to be fun about it. I think it's going to be really cool. All right, so we have that. And I think what I want to do is I want to bring in one of these really pretty light blue ones right here. And then I think I want to use these spacers like in the middle between 2 of those. So if we use some of these spacers, we're bringing some more metal into it, and we're really making it like show that beautiful antique.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, so I don't know why Siri's talking to me right now. She wants her 15 minutes of fame, I guess. So if we put a few of those in here in the middle, it's going to bring more of that beautiful antique bronze in. I think that looks really, really cool. I like using the spacers like that. I think they're a lot of fun. All right, so the one thing we have not used yet is these. So I think now we should use one of these. And then we can even do like a longer strand of just beads, which would be really fun too. Like a section that's going to be longer, and then do more of these like little links together. So like after this one, I think that's what I would like to do, is do like a longer strand, like maybe do like maybe like a 6-inch strand or something like that. And just do a bunch of beads on it, and then do more of the metal stuff with it, just to make it really nice, like really cute and long. The one thing I forgot though is I need to put my crimp bead on. I really do want this to be just one of those ones that you can put over your neck. Like you don't need to have a clasp. I probably won't even put a clasp on it, to be honest with you. I think I would just have it all connected. So no matter how you put it on, it's going to look cute. All right, so now we have this little connector on, and we can go ahead and crimp that one. And we're just going to sneak right in there. I made my husband go buy me treats before he left. I said, can you go to the gas station so I don't have to leave? And he's like, sure, what do you want? I'm like, I want some sour cream and onion chips for later when I watch a movie, and some gummy bears. And so he went to the gas station and got me some treats for later. And so when I'm done with this video, I'm going to sit down with my dog and cats, and we are going to watch a movie. I don't know what yet, but we're going to watch something and just enjoy our peaceful, quiet time at home. And yeah, probably fall asleep on the couch, which is what I typically do when I watch a movie. So, you know, it's one of those things. I always have to watch a movie twice because I fall asleep during it at home. All right, so this is where I said I think I want to do like a longer strand. So let's just measure 6 inches here of our bead stringing wire. And then I will cut that off. I've got like a bead avalanche going on next to me. You guys, there's just stuff everywhere. All right, and then we'll grab our crimp bead. There it is. Put him on. Connect him to this little guy here. All right. And then let's just go ahead and do that. And there we go. All right, so this is going to be our little bit longer of a bead strand. And let's do the mahogany obsidian. And then let's go ahead and put, well, let's actually do, since we're going to make it a little bit longer, let's do 2 of the mahogany obsidian. Where are you? There you are. And go. Cute. This is gonna be so cute. And then we're gonna come in with, oh, let's do one of these blue ones. And then let's do a couple of these, like 2. We'll do one of the lighter ones. Very, very pretty. We'll put one more of these here. And then let's do a darker one. And 2 more of the spacers. One of those and 2 of these. And then see, this one is a little bit longer. It's not going to be super duper long, but then we can go right into our next connector, right? So we're going to put this on. This is making me go cross-eyed. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, this is going to be so stinking cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love this necklace already. It's not even done yet. All right, so we're going to put that on. And then I think we want to use one of these next. So I'm going to string one of these little guys on. I got my little crimp right there. I guess we didn't need to do 6 inches. That's okay. We're learning this pattern together here. And then we'll just pull that down. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so super exciting. This is going to be so cute. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. All right, so next, let's snip that off. And you see I'm keeping all my little scraps. All right, so then we're just going to repeat now. We're going to just keep going, and this is going to go all the way around. So I'm going to do some of this on my own, and then I will be back, and we will do some more together. Okay, my friends, I've got like a little bit of a mess going on here, but I think I like the way this is coming together. And then I'm even going to have 2 more of these really pretty blue flowers to use later as a button closure for something, but I'm not quite done yet. So this is where I'm at. So everything is like nice and even here. And yes, these are all going to flip-flop around, but I'm okay with that because I think that'll look cute too. So now I'm at the point where I think I'm just going to want to add like some segments of beads for like the back of it, because I don't want anything too big resting on the back of my neck. So I think I kind of have a little bit of a plan. So if we do some more like segments like this and like probably longer ones, I'm thinking like those, because I really like the way those turned out. Those look really, really cool. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm thinking if I did like 2 on each side for like the back of it, that'll be perfect length. And it's going to be one, like I said, no closure, just throw it over your head and walk out the door, right? Make it really, really easy. So let's just go ahead and continue doing this. And I have a kind of an idea about something like to connect it, to keep their little connecting things going, to kind of give it the same look. So I have kind of an idea. So we used one of these. We did 2 spacers. One of these pretty beads. We need 2 more spacers. This one. Two of these. Whoop, 1 and where are you? I'm going to have some little scraps, but you know what I was thinking too is I'll probably use them to make like little beaded tassels even for something. So I'm just going to hang on to them like the way they are. There's some pretty good lengths there, so I think they'd be great for like a little beaded tassel. So we'll probably end up doing something like that down the road. All right, so then I'm going to put one of these on after my crimp. And we're just going to run this through. A few of these, if I can get it through that crimp twice. That's kind of the hardest part. Some of these crimps, because the medium soft flex is a nice, thick, flexible bead stringing wire, sometimes it's hard to get them through the crimp a couple times. But that's okay. We'll get it through there. Or maybe that one is, because I think I had some of these kind of mixed up. That might have been a 1, not a 2. So let's try this one here instead. Oh, that one's silver. We don't want that. I do have more of these, so if I need to get one out, I will. This one looks like it has a little bit bigger of a hole, so I think this one might be a number 2 crimp bead. Yep, there we go. And we'll just put it through there. And hopefully I can get it through this obsidian. There it goes. All right, so now we're just gonna pull that through. Just like that. Just like we did the others, but this time on a smaller little level. Okay. So like so, really cute. So yeah, so this is something, you know, kind of different. If you're looking for like a different way to put your beads and such together, instead of using like jump rings or doing wire wrapping, this is something that you could do. It seems like it's working out pretty well. Let me trim that off. There we go. Oh yeah, this is going to be so cute. And maybe we'll even just do like maybe one longer one on the back. Like I'll do the same size one here. And then we'll just do like a longer one on the back. I don't need as much as I've been taking. I think this will be good. All right. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to like slam that down, guys. There we go. And these 2 spacers. Very cute. This is going to be really, really cute. I think it'll be really fun to wear too. And we need a crimp bead and one of these. And let's just drop that down. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to hold this up to myself to see if it's where I want it to be. And then that will help me determine how much more I want to add. There we go. All right. You know, honestly, like I think just one more connecting the 2 back here would be perfect. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more like this back here to connect them. So I'll cut this one off right about here. And we'll grab our crimp, go through here. All right. It looks cute with that. That's adorable. Oh, this is exciting, you guys. This is really fun. What a really different way to do this. I hope that you guys try this out. I really do, because I mean, even if you don't get this box, I'm sure you have things that you can do this with in your stash. Even if it's not the same kind of stuff, like you don't have to do the same exact things. And that reminds me too, I do want to let you guys know that I am here right now telling you, you absolutely can use any of my designs for yourself, for others, to sell pieces. I would absolutely be honored. I don't want you to ever feel like I'm going to be one of those people that's going to come after you because you used one of my designs. This is why I'm doing this. I'm not showing you a design so that you cannot do it. So, I definitely want you to use it. If anything, it brings me so much joy that you like something so much that you're wanting to make it to sell. And I hope you do. And I hope if you do decide to sell something, I hope you sell everything that you make. I really, really do. I mean, I hope that for you anyways, but I'm just saying, you don't need my blessing. I promise you, I will never, ever get upset. If anything, I am super flattered by it. To me, it's the biggest compliment that you could give me as a designer is that you want to use my design and try to sell it. That to me is saying that you really like something that much. So please do. Okay, please do. If you're a designer and you do YouTube videos and you want to do your own spin on my design, do it up. I have no bad feelings about that whatsoever, because we all learn from each other. And I've used other people's designs and made it my own too, and I put their, I call them out in it, you know what I mean, or say their name in the video and put their information, their YouTube, in my show notes. But I'm not even worried about that. I'm just saying, oh, my crimp was no good. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this was a no good crimp. Yep. Okay. See, so this happens to everybody, you guys. Let's make a new crimp. Let's put a new crimp on there. I'd rather find out now than when I'm wearing it, right? See, I think I need a different one. I should have known that one felt a little weak when I did it, but I'm like, no, it'll probably be fine. And then I pulled on it and nope, there it went. All right, so put this back on here. And I might need to, am I going to need to take this apart and do that one section over, or can I get it in there? I think I might be able to get it in there. And this is why, when I'm making something, I'll leave a little bit more of a tail, is because I might need to redo a crimp. If one just did not hold properly. And like I said, I am using my cheaper ones here just because there's so many crimps. I don't want to use all my expensive ones. If I was making this to sell, I would use my more expensive ones, but I'm making this one for me. And if it falls apart, or if I was making it for a gift, I would use my more expensive one. But if it falls apart while I'm wearing it, then, I can just take it home and fix it. No big deal. But yeah. So, but it happened on the table, which is a good thing. Just grab a hold of that. Yeah, there was one that it almost felt, and I don't know if you've ever crimped something and where it felt kind of crumbly. That was the feeling I got from it. And I'm like, that might not be a good crimp. But then it looked like it was going to be okay. I'm like, oh, it looks like it's going to be all right. And nope, sure enough, it was not okay. That's all right. This one did not feel crumbly. All right, let's go ahead and snip that off. And now we're good. All right, so let's take a peek at this. So now this is gonna flip-flop around, and you're gonna see the front of the flowers, the back of the flowers, but it's gonna be a lot of fun to wear, you guys. I'm gonna try it on for you so you can see how it looks on, and let me know what you think about this. If you think this was a fun design, I think I wouldn't mind just doing a bunch of segments like this and putting something together. Like you could do, like maybe not even, you wouldn't have to do this, but like have like a bigger focal bead that you did like a wire wrap loop on both sides, and you know, make longer like little segments like this. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys. All right, friends. Yep, it just fits right over my neck so easily. And then here it is. So here's my cute little pendant. The only thing I think I would have done differently, and I might change, is maybe not hang this right from the center, but more up here. I think that I went wrong there. So, because it's very light, so it's going to do this kind of flip-floppy thing. So I think I'll undo that real quick and just fix it. But other than that, I think it turned out really, really cute. I love the beaded segments and with the little different things in between. I think that turned out really, really fun. All right, guys, I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think about this month's box. And if you get it, let me know if you've started anything. Maybe share anything that you've made over on our Facebook page. And I hope you have a wonderful night. I'm going to go get cuddly with the animals and probably watch a movie. All right, everyone, have a great night. Bye.